This is Football Daft with Stephen Purden,
midfield dynamo and average actor,
Chris Toll,
target man, suspicious character,
and
with the top end of Stevenson, Grado!
Welcome to Football Daft. It is, of course, the daftest Scottish football podcast around. I'm producer John, and let's introduce the team, shall we? Let's first of all welcome man who dressed as Gomez Adams and celebrated as Celtic missed a penalty at the weekend, while Spider-Man beside him looked dejected. It's Stephen Purden.
John, that's probably the best, because I don't normally get an intro, because I like it we've mixed up now that you're now the whole. I prefer this, because that was a brilliant intro, man. That was great. What a memory.
So I just love the scene of you sitting there, like, as you know, dressed as Gomez, and this pub where no one else is dressed up. Spider-Man sitting there. Aye,
it was like there was no other adult in the building dressed up apart from the dafties of Glasgow that have drove through to Arica and they're on their holidays, you know what I mean? And
we're not from around these parts.
mate, I said that about 5 times. We walked in, man, there was a guy with a banjo, man, and a bloody woman with a violin.
That was seriously a banjo?
Aye, like that. Alright. I'm like,
banjo and banjos.
Right, you're not from around these parts, are you? I thought it was like the fucking. It was like the. What do you call it? What's that film?
Hot
ding,
Fuzz.
ding, 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 ding. What?
Hot Fuzz or
Deliverance. Honestly, but then obviously when I'm in the corner, man, I'm all dressed up, carrying on that, and then when Celtic get that penalty, Gomez was serious, man. Honestly, standing there dressed up, go like a fucking penalty. There we fucking go. The usual 90 fucking 8 minutes they've got a penalty. Standing there 10 minutes later, Gomez and my Spider-Man sitting like that, man. With his fucking tap opening, all that raging, sweat pushing down his back. I'm like, aye.
What a scene. The man you heard there is but 2 days. That's 2 days away from becoming a dad. It is Grado.
I don't know if I'm 2 days. That's the due date, isn't it?
That's the due date.
Aye, that's what we go by, the due date, mate. So you're...
Don't ban me up.
No, it might not happen.
Sorry, I need to come clean that my fiancée is in the kitchen, and so I'm a wee bit paranoid what I'm talking, but I can't get anywhere else doing my podcast tonight. So she's in the kitchen. The Bichon Frise is in the kitchen. She's, what you then making toast? They're saying the Wayne's going to be here in 2 days.
No, it's due in 2 days.
It's due in 2 days, so that doesn't mean it's definitely happening.
No, but that's just, obviously we know that. John's just saying, officially the Wayne's due, so there's a chance could be a dad in 2 days.
Is that you shiting yourself? Look at the fearness.
I know, mate. Grado, you're right, mate.
Oh, I'm just kind of gutted that she never came this week because this COP26 shite on. I thought, oh, ideal, man. I'll not be going to work for a couple of days, no traffic, and it's...
Mate, see when the rain comes, man, you're going to be watching to go to work.
This is true. Have you
actually make up bullshit stories. Oh, go read me in, man.
We've all been there. I took up running. I tell you what, you'll get fit as well. I took up running when I had a win.
Maybe this is what I need. This is
what you'll need. Oh, I'm just going out for a run. Got to keep fit, you know.
It's a great one.
I used to go into River City, man. I'd be wrapped at like 10:30 in the morning, man, and phone up and go like that. They fucking brought about 5 scenes forward for next Friday, man. Setting my feet up in my dressing room watching Netflix.
Because that, honestly, Grado...
And then you just go, that'll do. After a couple hours later.
Aye.
Leave work at Russia.
It's the only time you'll get time to yourself. I swear to God. Hey, listen, Stephanie and you, have you done this whole guess the baby name, guess the weight? They do that at the kind of... You know,
Steph, have we done guess the baby name? Guess the what, John?
Gender reveals, not that.
We've done a gender reveal.
You did, but you know, do the girls not do like you've got to guess the name? You put your name down in the
puppy party. What do you call it? Not a puppy party. What do you call it? What do you call that thing you had at the Ciccinis? Baby shower.
The baby shower.
The baby shower. She had a baby shower. A couple
you call it a puppy party?
A puppy party. I'll warn you right now, Grado. It's not got 4 legs for it's coming.
A puppy party.
Puppies are a lot easier to deal with as well.
That's away, man. I can say whatever I want now.
Right, okay, that's good. Should we on Football Daft do guess the weight and guess the baby name? Because we know you're having a wee girl. Stephen, what do you think?
Right. I need right. Can we have all the show to think about this because it's just on the spot. We need to have a wee think, right?
Well, at the end of the show, let's come back to it. And we'll get
Aye.
baby names and we'll guess the way. And
Right,
we'll see who.
yes.
I could actually give you a riddle with a baby name.
No, you can't give away the baby name. She'll go mental, Grado.
Oh, mate, she'll boot your fucking arrest.
Aye. Because the thing is, once you give you a baby name, and this is the problem. My wife's a teacher, right? And she was like, oh, we can't call it that because that's a bad name. Because there's bad names and there's good names. See, at schools, there's a couple of bad names. Like,
really?
And I'm sorry to say this, but Siobhan, my wife, says anyone called Lennon is trouble. Ethan, I know in Football Daft that's a bad thing.
It's obvious, but it's always been obvious. Lennon equals trouble. Apart from John Lennon.
Apart from John.
Trouble followed him.
Ethan's another one. Aaron's quite a bad name as well. There's always bad names for boys.
It's Layla and Leo. Is Layla and Leo bad names?
No, Layla and Leo are okay. You're all right. Yeah.
See, your missus, does she take in like sweeties for the wins?
What?
Like, kind of if they've done well. See if they've done well. Does she go, right, help yourself to her?
No, that doesn't happen in schools.
They don't like do that anymore, no?
Your director at the panel does that.
Oh, do you get sweeties if you do something good?
He has a big jar of sweeties at the desk, and if we have a good day of rehearsals, he gives us a wee sweetie.
I don't remember the last time he done that, Bob.
Aye, probably about 2008.
You two never get sweeties, that's for sure.
Oh,
sorry.
Oh, yes, we do.
Oh, no, you don't. Oh, I'm getting practice already.
Hey, no be long, Bob. A week on Monday, man, we'll be getting the high heels.
Right, let's crack on with Football Daft,
man. Right, so what's been happening in Scottish football, boys? Scotland squad was announced this week. Not many surprises. Xander Clark's back in for Liam Kelly.
See him? I want Rangers to sign him.
He's a Rangers man, isn't he?
Aye, see when McGregor is chucking it. I know we'll still get McLaughlin that, we'll still get Robbie McCrory there, but see that Xander Clark? What a goalie he is. What a goalie.
I apparently had the game of his life at the weekend.
Did you not see the highlights, mate? He was
outstanding.
Some of the saves he pulled off, man. Honest to God.
And I guess
he would be good to have. He would be good to have back up, wouldn't he? But then did we maybe say that about Would you McCryan, him that played at Kelly and Dundee United? What was his name again? It gives me the fear thinking about him. The old Kelly goalie.
What
was his name? He played with Rangers.
Cammy Bell?
Aye.
Oh, don't talk about mate. Don't kill the buzz, man. Cammy Bell fucking symbolises in my head is Fir Park. They're losing the playoff.
Brutal, wasn't it?
Aye.
There you go.
So I'd like to get him on the podcast, but
aye, he still seems like a nice guy.
Aye, he's played for the
Bears. He's brand new.
So Xander Clark in for Liam Kelly, and the big question in everyone's lips was, who the fuck is Jacob Brown?
Aye.
So basically, it was make crackers or something.
Because the squad went out, and immediately I'm sitting when the squad goes, "Who the fuck's everyone?" And I actually
Who's Jacob? Who's Jacob?
Went on to the Daily Record. The first question on the comments on the Facebook page: "Who the fuck is Jacob Brown?" So I've decided to answer the question. Apparently, is a 23-year-old wide forward who came through Barnsley's much vaunted academy after spending time with Sheffield Wednesday. What kind of player is he? I hear you ask. A lively one, apparently. He's scored 4 goals in 19 games. He scored at the weekend there against Cardiff. He has pace and energy and an eye for goal. And he suits a 4-3-3 very well and would be a good foil for our Dykes or Adams.
And he's going to get...
Is he playing? He plays for Stoke now?
Aye.
He's going to be another one that's getting interviewed after the fucking game, man. He's got an English accent, isn't he?
Oh, you get that.
Yeah, I'm not good enough to play for England, so I just found out I've got a Scottish grandfather. So
yeah, mate, I'll take whoever we can get. Actually, Adams is a
come up here to play for Steve Clark's Tartan Army, you know.
It will be that, won't it?
Down the road, man, playing for his parent. Down the road, playing for his club, man. All the English cunts going, you're shit, mate. You have to go and play with the jocks.
Jocks. My father will see him tonight because they're playing Blackpool tonight, Stoke.
Oh, yeah. Is he down at Blackpool watching the game?
He's never in the house, mate.
We should get his assessment next week on Jacob Brown before the game.
That's a good idea.
There you go. Tony Ralston not in squad. That's a bit of a surprise. He's had a decent season for Celtic.
Do you know, Toll always winds me up and says I watch all the Celtic games, right? And I don't. But I couldn't tell you. But the only person I could really talk about, and I know it's maybe Football Daft and Celtic fans listening will be struggling this week, but I couldn't really tell you much about Celtic team this year.
I think obviously, like I don't really watch a lot of Celtic games at all, but it's like he has, by the sounds of it.
Come on again.
Like, do you know what? He has come out again because you know what? I'm sure I've got him in my fantasy football team, and he gets me a lot of points.
He's coming out of the game and he's signing a new deal with Celtic. So the one that's Billy Gilmour's obviously back in the squad. We'll get the inside scoop for Grado here. Lot of talk. Obviously, he's not getting his game at Norwich under Daniel Farke.
It's a shambles. It's a shambles. He was on the bench at the weekend again. On the bench again.
And it's, what is it, Kate McLean's getting a
McLean's in the front of him, but you know, for Scotland, he's going to be first name on the team sheet pretty much against Moldova and Denmark.
Just came up to Rangers, Billy, man.
Well, here's a crack. Is it what happens with the amount of clubs that you can play for in a year? I don't know if that would affect it, because Chelsea if they've got any sense, man, they'll hook him back in January because he can't be sitting on the bench.
That's the talk.
They can recall him at any time, can they not?
Yeah, the talk is Tuchel's going to bring him back in January and farm him out to, probably the top end of the Championship. I'm sure Rangers would love to have him, but is Billy Gilmour going to go top end? Because a top end of the Championship side's going to take Billy Gilmour, and he's going to get more of a test down south than he is up here, isn't he?
I mean,
probably, but
I mean, I don't think it'll ever happen, to be honest with you.
No, you'd love to. I'm sure you would love to see it. What have you seen Billy Senior recently, Grado?
When was the last time I seen him? No, I texted him last weekend to send me pictures of his wee bar, because he's got the same. I've got the same guy building my wee hang out the back door for my podcast and that. So, but that's that.
He's like, what age is Billy?
He's about the same age as my brother, I think. So he's about 10 years older than me. So he's about 43, 44.
No, young Billy.
Yeah, 21.
Right, so Billy's 21,
20.
20,
just turned 20, aye.
You say 20, right? I can see him in the twilight of his career, right? When he's 36 or 37. Aye. So in 17 years, imagine what me and you, God fucking hope that we're still here, right? Imagine in 17 years what me and you look like, Grado, going to pure CM and all that. You're Billy, what's that? Man, fucking, I'm on my fucking 12th hair transplant, man. You're fucking.
Can't get in my seat, man.
Go to Rangers conventions. You're Billy, give me a pal, give me a minute, pal. Big Bob Malcolm, they go, you fucking saying chicken tits.
I reckon, but then I'll go that big. I'll go one of the Tom Urey operations. I think I'll be a bit Seven Stain, man, with a big massive neck.
And cause I'm tiny, man, I look pure weird because I'm pure fat, man, but I'm pure wee. Still trying to pull off Louboutins and all that.
You think you'll still be in River City though, Stephen?
Probably. Still sitting there in the same shape part. I'm not doing Panto this year.
So that's the Scottish squad. Scotland international break comes next week. Hibs rearranged game with Ross County. It's been called off again. It's meant to happen on Wednesday, and the game against Levein has been called off at the weekend as well due to COVID. More people testing positive at Easter Road. Do you think?
Have you not heard the news tonight?
What's the news tonight? Is this breaking?
Hibs came out and said the guy, like, I think it was on, it might have been Clyde, and he says this has all got to do with the source for this. Basically, they get grassed up for walking about without their masks on in the hotel in Inverness. They said it's for the blue side of Glasgow. The guy came out and said the Hibs, like, chairman or whatever, went,
well, Rod Petrie?
No, because the guy had an English accent, a bit like Jacob Brown. And he was kind of going, he was basically saying, we all know this is came from the blue side of Glasgow. Honestly, Google it now, John, man.
Oh, really?
It's trending.
It's trending. It's going
I'm Googling it right now to see how viral it's went.
But I mean, it's going to happen continuously. Do you think there's going to be a fear of a big fixture build-up? Because we're coming into the winter months, and you know what it's like in Scotland. It just gets put back. So you're going to have this massive fixture backlog, I think, if it, because it is inevitably going to happen. I mean, I'm surprised it's not happened before now.
Listen, Hibs chief Ben Kensel dismisses hotel whistleblower as troublemaker from the blue side of Glasgow.
I just read it there.
So their Rangers are getting the blame for
Rangers just get the blame everyone in Scottish football, don't we, man?
No one likes you. You don't care. That's the motto, isn't it, boys?
You're learning, John.
Dunfermline on search for a new manager. Peter Grant shown the door there the weekend. Friend of the show, of course.
Friend of the show.
Morris Ross, just been another friend of the show, just been appointed at Cowdenbeath as well.
Aye, Blue Brazil, seen that?
Yeah, I'll be interested. Who do you think is going to land the Dunfermline job? I've heard.
Fucking no idea.
No idea. Stuart Petrie doing a decent job at Montrose. Dunfermline legend could be winning the name. John Robertson, I hear, is a hot favourite to get it.
Why did John Robertson not get kept on at Carey?
No, was it no a personal issue, mate?
It was
But I thought, remember when we had fucking, what's his name? Jesus Christ, his name's fell out.
Charlie Christie.
Aye, when we had him on, he said he was coming back and all that, so it was a weird one, innit? Like,
I don't know what's going on, but he's back. He's in the frame for the Dunfermline. He did a good job at them. He's always been a decent manager, John Robertson, hasn't he? Wherever he's went.
Yep.
I feel as if we kind of it's no fair no talking about teams list, because funnily enough I was typing in Football Daft into Google last night and somebody left a review, basically just an old fun podcast, fucking brutal. 1 star.
There you go.
So let's chat more about the Dunfermline vacancy.
Who's in the frame then, Grado? What do you think, Stuart? What do you think of the job that Stuart Petrie's done at Montrose? He's done a fantastic job. He has done a very good job.
He's turned that around, man, with all that debt.
I'll tell you, right, see teams like Dunfermline and that, Dunfermline, they're in the championship.
Yeah, they've not won a game. They're the only team in Scotland not to win a game this season.
A championship team, right? If I'm a championship chairman, right? If I'm a chairman of a championship club, do you know who I'm looking at right now?
Dick Gamble.
Kevin Thompson.
Oh, aye, man. I mean, what, they sit on top of the league? They know
Kevin Thompson, I'm telling you, I've said it a million times, he is one day going to be the manager of Rangers. And see it. Remember when he was on the show, he's intense. Yeah. He's got a vision. His confidence can't be mistaken for arrogance. He knows what he wants, and you can just tell he's driven. And see, if I was like a chairman at like Dunfermline or something, I'd be like that. I know Kelty are well aft and they're in a good place, and he would be daft to jump ship there. But it would get him thinking, because you go, I'm only one step away for the fucking SPL. Do you know what I mean? So
no, he'd be a good appointment. It'd be a good appointment. Certainly, when he was on here, he spoke really, really well. If you want to check out that show, check it out in the archives. Black bar armbands all around, though, boys, this week. Jeff Stelling has announced that he's stepping down from Soccer Saturday. This is a disaster.
Makes you feel old. It just makes you, it's another part of me going, I'm nearly hitting 40.
Do you know what he's been on the show for? Do you know what he's going to be on the show for? 27 years. 27 years. Wow, he's been on the show. Replacement, the bookies have given a list of favourites to replace him. Cammy is favourite at 10-1.
No,
you're having that.
Hey, can't keep up with the game he's reporting on, never mind the fucking video printer going, man.
Alison Hammond sitting at 81, John.
Alison Hammond sitting at 80-1 there. Big
Ricky Little was scored up in Arbroath. Ricky Little.
Danny Dyer's 40-1. Danny Dyer's in there at 40-1.
Do you know who I think would be? He'll never do it right, but do you know who I think would be fucking brilliant on Soccer Saturday? Just on a Saturday afternoon, bringing the scores in. McCoist.
Aye, mate.
McCoist would be class.
He'd be better on the panel, because Jeff, he fucking controls that thing. Apparently, now I heard this, that Jeff has his own. Do you know how he obviously comes out with the facts like that? Left, right, left. He's got his own guy, and only this guy who does the facts and stuff for Jeff is the only guy he works with, and he doesn't let him work with anyone else. I'd heard that.
So he's got like a Jamie on Joe Rogan?
Aye, he's got a boy that's doing all the stuff into his ear, and that's his boy. He gives him all the facts.
Well, he would let him work with the guy who's going to take the throne now, because if Jeff's stepping down, do you know what I mean?
If I'm going, you're fucking coming with me, mate.
But Saturdays are not going to be the same. You know, when you sit in a pub, you put a coupon on, you're with
I'm going to be controversial here now, right?
Oh, right, here we go.
I'm going to be controversial, right? Remember when Charlie and all that went? Charlie and the boys, I nearly say. Big fan. See when Charlie and the boys went, right? And now Jeff's gone.
It's not this.
See BT, man. See the show on BT on a Saturday. It's good.
Oh, really? I've really watched it.
It's good. It's good. Sutton's on it. Robbie Savage. You've got, what's his name? Curry hosting it. It's good, man. It's good, I'm telling you.
It's the same with everything else, man. You say Saturday afternoons will never be the same. It's like Saturday nights, man. Saturday night's the telly. Telly's shite on a Saturday night, man.
Aye,
Do you know what I mean?
Shite, aye.
Back in the day, Matthew Kelly,
Do you like Strictly?
Strictly's one of the ones I don't like, John. I'm not into that. You like that?
I like Strictly.
Do you really?
I quite like Strictly, man.
No,
I could see John on holiday, man, all-inclusive package holiday with the missus. I could see big fucking snake hips up there, man. He'd fancy himself as a dancer. Very big long. How tall's your missus, John?
She's taller than you.
Too shy? Too shots fired?
Right, okay, that's a football. Now for the daft. Grado's favourite bit. Here we go. Right, would you like to talk about the man who blames the pandemic for ruining his career as a Leonardo DiCaprio lookalike?
I saw him. He's a fat fuck. He's nothing like Leonardo DiCaprio.
He looks as much as DiCaprio as fucking Grado looks like Gerard.
Would you like to discuss the woman who found her boyfriend was cheating on the day of his funeral? Or would you like one for Grado here? The woman that made butter out of breast milk. Would you like to talk about
I think that's topical.
Topical.
Grado's got away on the way.
Okay. So this woman is makes butter from her breast milk and feeds it to her partner on toast.
Does her partner know?
I don't know. The woman churned up the delicacy and decided to share it on TikTok, declaring she had never felt so proud before bursting into fits of giggles. The idea came after Laura expressed her milk and then left it in a jug until a creamy substance rose to the top. She then churned the cream until it turned into thick and yellow and noticed it resembled butter. She named her butter Udder Butter, and her clip quickly went viral, being viewed more than 1.2 million times. Now here is the question, Stephen Purden, as a father of two. Did you ever have a sneaky taste of the breast milk when your wife expressed?
No comment.
I know you. Everybody's done it. Every dad has done it. Said, like, this is coming to you, obviously, right?
I don't think this is going to happen to me. What you're saying,
right? So the woman expresses the milk, right? So if she's no breastfeeding, then you have to do an overnight bottle. The woman will express. You get one of these breast pumps. She'll express the milk or whatever. You'll get up and you'll do the overnight feed as a dad, right? Now, it's too tempting, isn't it? Just to go, I wonder what that tastes like. Put a wee spot on your finger, you know.
Are you one of these folk? John, did you do that?
Listen, it's Stephen Purden's done it as well. Every dad,
no comment.
Every dad out there has done this. I swear to God. If you're...
Has any of you ever watched Game of Thrones?
No.
Oh God, no. Yes, I know exactly.
Where I'm going with this. Kate Dickie.
Yes. Did you see that programme on Channel 4 a few weeks ago of the woman that fed her boyfriend breast milk and fed her, like, as a turn on, she would feed her this boy was Scottish boy as well. I think he was for Kilmarnock, actually. That explains a few
things. Fucking Ayrshire, right, man.
Exactly, Ayrshire. So fed her, the woman fed her boyfriend from the tit. It was not good.
Hold on, John. I'm still trying to get her. So,
right.
Get a wee try. Have you done?
No, it's from the bottle. I'm not taking it from the breast, Grado. I'm saying they express into the bottle. You put a wee bit on your finger and just for a wee taste.
Oh, God, that reminds me.
It's like the scene for Friends when they all do it with Ross and all that, and they've got the bottle and they all try it. It's just a wee. Not that I've done it, just the way John's saying he done it. You know what I mean? Just a wee.
That certainly reminds me how I got worms. I've told that story before, haven't I?
Yes, you have told the story.
I
don't think.
No, you just when you were going like that, and you were going. It just put me back to being when I was young with that bit of shite in my finger.
But Brett, it's entirely different thing, right? I bet you do it, Grado. We'll wait. I tell you report back to us about a month or 2 months time, and just give us your review of breast milk.
That story was marginally interesting.
Oh, and there we have it. There's the breakfast radio coming out in Grado. Get them on Go Radio every morning, 6 till 10.
I can spread these jokes throughout you know.
What?
That's too much. Anyway.
Right, we'll just continue with
Oh.
So later on the show, we're going to be playing for pies in the player profile playoff. On the big question, off the back of us talking last week about Eric Bischoff being pictured with a young man in a Rangers top, and Grado talking about the Rangers top appearing in Kevin Perry, we're asking, where is the strangest place you've seen a Scottish football top? That'll be on the big question. We'll reveal last week's swankiest moments with the Eldorado tonic wine and get you to vote on a new one. Grado, you got our 3 riddles?
At the last time I checked, I had 2. Wait till just
Oh, brilliant. That's a no then. We'll get to 3 riddles by the time we get to that section. On teammates, it's an absolute belter as we speak to former Hearts, Dundee United and Scotland manager Craig Levein. He doesn't give a fuck. And you'll hear that on teammates later on the show.
Right, it's now that time of this part of the show where we just sit down, we relax, and we listen to the story about how G4 claims are the best in the business. Let's welcome to the show. It's Nana and Nicole, brother.
Hello, everybody. How are yous?
Brilliant.
All good, Nicole, all good.
Good. So G4 claims, you were just saying Grado were the best in the business?
Oh, without a doubt.
We've actually just announced today our partnership with none other than your radio station, Grado.
Brilliant, fantastic.
Radio Glasgow, yes. Absolutely love the fact that they're Glasgow orientated because we cover the full of Scotland. Glasgow, we have loads of business in Glasgow. Obviously, with COP26 at the moment, we have been absolutely manic with accidents because of the traffic and the tailbacks. It's been an absolute nightmare for everybody. I totally understand that. So if you're involved in an accident that wasn't your fault, remember, phone G4 claims first. Why? Why would you bill your own insurance? Why would you pay your excess? Why would you wait in that person admitting liability when it's not your fault? When you can use G4 claims, the services are totally free. They're all billed to the at-fault insurance company. We're supported by loads and loads of local businesses, and everybody we're dealing with at the moment is just can't believe the difference in their insurance premiums every year when they're saving themselves going through G4 claims rather than claiming it against their own policy. So if you've got a business or a fleet of cars or vans or whatever, phone G4 claims first. It's 01698 767 172. It's not in full claims. Made
easy.
Welcome to the Football Daft Open Line where anything goes. Should Anthony Ralston be in the Scotland squad? Stephen, you're thinking yes?
Well, if you're going to go in form to bring players in, the boy is obviously on form by the sounds of it, so yes.
What should Grado name his baby? We're going to get to that by the end of the show. We're going to have some suggestions for the end of the show from us guys. Or as it's fireworks night this weekend, who is the biggest rocket in Scottish football?
Lee Griffiths.
I knew you were going to say that.
So did I.
Knew you were going to say that. Let's get to our callers though today, and we'll first welcome to the show. He's been on before. It's Gary Clydesdale. What's your point on the open line, sir?
Right. What it was. This season, obviously, you know, as a Rangers supporter, we've not been at our best. I mean, last year was exceptional. This year it's not been too bad. I mean, we can't really complain. We're still top of the league. We're still grinding out results, but it's just not been to the same level as last year. The next transfer window, how many players do you reckon that we need to sign, and in what positions?
I touched on this last week. If it's still kind of peachy, 4 points, 3 points between us and Celtic or whatever, it's a massive conundrum the board have got, because obviously the board were banking on us getting past Malmo and getting into the Champions League, and there was going to be funds there because the board have backed Gerrard in his time in charge at the club. They cannot keep backing them without seeing a return. So come January, the board and Gerrard need to sit down and go, look, we need to win this league to get, because the prize is massive getting into the Champions League. So if we does come to January, I think we do need a wee freshen up, I think. But maybe like Sakala coming in now, getting a hat trick there. Maybe if your Ryan Jacks are coming back, your Ryan Kents, they can be like new signings as well. So I think to answer your question, where we need strengthening, I don't know, because anything can happen come January. We could get another couple injuries at the back and Tappy fucking Lander still been out. Do you know what I mean?
I think at the defence, I think the defence is, I mean, obviously Tavernier and Goldson and guys like that, they're really, I mean, extraordinary. But this year, I mean, I've seen a little, just a wee bit difference. I mean, there's been a wee bit more nerves at the back this season. But I mean, the whole thing with that, I mean, it was never going to be what it was last season. I mean, that'll not happen again for, I reckon, 10, 15 years, I didn't think. But the whole thing with that, I mean, we still need to strengthen up, and I would actually like to see Patterson getting maybe a game time than because he's not getting just as much game time. Where I would switch him and Tav up a wee bit, so Tav's having to work even harder to get in. Because I mean, I think he's slacking just slightly.
I think it's a difficult one because there you look on Sunday, man. Tav was one of the players that turned that game around after we went 1-0 down. And I don't know, Patterson is obviously a brilliant prospect, and of course would love to see him get more involved. But is Patterson becoming one of these players that the longer that they sit out, the better they become to folk? You know that way? Like, it just feels like everybody. I mean, don't get me wrong. I was one on Sunday. I'm going, get fucking Tav off, get him off. He can turn the game around and all. So I mean, it's a difficult one. But when it comes to strengthening the squad, man, I don't know. I'm trying to not get too ahead of myself for that result on Sunday, because it has been bad. But hopefully that was the result that can. Get
well, hopefully it's a turning point, because obviously it was a great result. And I mean, not just to beat them, but to hammer them. And especially when they put up stupid banners. I mean, it makes it all the more sweeter when you hump them instead of just beating them. But the whole thing with that, hopefully we're getting a result that strong, the confidence levels will be much higher.
Where the best you comfy?
Used to be.
I was going to ask a quick question, Grado, by the way. I was after one of your leotards.
You're joking? I was plenty up my loft. We want a purple one, a blue one.
No, I tried to go on your website, but there wasn't any left. I was trying. I tried for a couple of months to obviously get one.
What size of waist are you?
I'm 34.
Right, that'll do. You would fit into my. I've got a wee goal.
2005 one.
I take it. You should have DM'd me or whatever, because does it say sold out on my website? Because I do sell leotards on my website, millions. Does it say sold out?
It says sold out. I was trying to get one though.
How much is it for a Grado leotard? How much? What's the going price?
I've actually got a story to about a leotard. If you quickly want to hear it.
There you go, mate.
I couldn't get Grado's leotard, so what I done, I was out in a stag do, my mate's stag do, so I couldn't get one. So what I done, the wife's got the a swimsuit, but listen, it's got the shorts, so it looks like a fucking leotard, right? So I said, right, I'm going to have to compromise with this. So what I done, I put that on. I had to get the spray paint. Now the wife's good with art, so she put Grado on it. So we went up to Edinburgh for 6 o'clock. So I'd been drinking for a couple of hours before going. So we got up there, and of course, it was a karaoke. So I said, I'm not going to sing. I told the boy, I said, right, if you play like a prayer, and I'll come in through, I'll come in the doors. So I come in, half pissed, and I try, my mate's here, and I'd worked out. I said, right, I'll give you the wee boot. So I went to give him the wee boot. I ended up breaking my big day, and I was in. But it gets worse. I was in A&E for 6 hours in a fucking leotard.
Well, Gary, don't try this at home. You've got to
try this at home. Please leave the danger to us.
Here, listen, It was all good intentions. But
Oh. Was this just the weekend there?
No, this was last year. This was last
Gary,
year.
Gary.
What was
Can't
that?
you can't. I mean, you put the leotard on doesn't mean you become Grado, right?
Well,
Grado is a skilled, trained professional.
Well,
I mean-
see instead of the wee boot, it was a broken foot.
Gary, we'll leave it at that. Thanks so much for
Brilliant,
coming
mate.
on the open line.
Brilliant,
Love it,
mate.
mate.
Brilliant.
Brilliant.
Next time you're looking
Listen.
for some liker, give me a shout, mate. Just DM me on
Listen, thank you
Instagram.
very much. Listen, it's been a pleasure, boys.
Right, guys, let's move on to our next caller and open line. I need a chant for this one. After three. Start
That's it.
quietly
Okay.
and we go.
Okay.
Right, Kev the chef.
Kev
Kev the chef. Kev the chef.
Kev the
Kev the
chef. He's
chef.
back.
Kev the chef.
He's here.
Kev the chef.
It's the one.
Kev the chef.
The only.
Kev the chef. 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 Kev the chef.
He's back! It's Kev the chef. How you
remember
doing,
he's-
Kev?
Shane Kev.
Boys, how are you?
All right,
Not too
mate.
bad, mate.
No
How's life?
abscesses this week, mate.
What's that, mate?
No abscesses are in this week.
Nah, looking after my move now, mate.
Good, mate. Good.
Kev,
mate.
it's just past Halloween. I need to ask this because we've had a few people. You've become a bit of a,
Cult hero.
a cult hero on the show. People turning up at your work asking for autographs, asking for selfies. Was there anyone cosplaying as Kev the Chef at Halloween?
Nah, just myself, mate. Fucking gutted, man. Gutted.
What did you
Dressed
do?
as dressed up as Kev the Chef, I dressed up as.
How's life in the golf course, mate? How's it going at Golfang?
Fucking bonkers, mate.
Nice.
Bonkers. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah. Do you know there's rumours kicking about that's where my work's rap party's going to be?
Is it, aye?
Aye. In your
Your
place.
rap party would have came to meet when I cost them fuck all.
Mate, I didn't know about this. That's true, man. I didn't know about this.
Yeah.
I've heard there's been whispers in the makeup and costume department that whoever said, I don't know if I should put this out there actually. Cut that, John. Cut that.
They'll never know a date. It's fine up to that point. It's fine up to that
Aye.
point.
Whoever said he might be having a rap party at Golf Thing.
What's your kind of day-to-day kind of what do you do at the Golfang?
Just the best. Just depends, mate.
What are you in Grado, man?
Yeah. No, I go in the morning, mate, and I set the bar and all that shit up. So, and then just set everything up for success, as we say. Set up for success, mate.
Is that what
the
you
motto?
say? Oh, I hate that shit.
It's at the mall in the morning. Let's just get set up for success.
Nah, I just tell people to shift their arse and get their job done, mate.
Brilliant, Kev. Superb.
Good on you, mate. That's brilliant.
Kev, we're missing Toll this week, so you can cover off the Celtic end of things. What you want to say about the Celtic?
Aye.
That's what you're on to talk about.
No, I was just obviously the decent news yesterday with Tony Ralston getting a new deal. Like, I think the boy's been absolutely superb this year, and there's been nobody that's more deserving than a new deal at Celtic, man. I was just wondering, obviously I know Toll's had a wee bit of personal issue and condolences to him and that, but just wondering what the boys were thinking, like considering the length of the deal, and do they think the boy Ralston deserves it?
How long is the deal he's been given, Kev?
Well, he signed a 1 year deal at the start of the season, mate, so he's been getting until 2025 now. So he's been getting like a three-year extension kind of thing.
This is a thing, we were talking about it earlier on in the show. I think calling up to Scotland, to be fair, Ralston, I don't know, did they play much last season?
He was in and out, mate. He only played like a handful of games he played. By his own accord on Celtic TV, he says he had a shocker last season, do you know what I mean? And,
Aye. Mate, the thing is, man,
Celtic fans were the same. Like, we kind of thought, I was a boy done with, like, and then they came out and gave him a 1 year contract extension at the start of the season. And looking at it now, it's some piece of business, mate.
He's obviously buying into Postecoglou's way of working and stuff. And if you do well, you get rewards, man. It's got to be fucking, you know what I mean? Get a call up to Scotland, new deal and all that. The boy's flying, obviously, with Junk Grads.
Well, Celtic.
He's not been called up to Scotland yet, though, has he? So
no,
he didn't get the call up.
I thought you said, did he get the call up, John?
No, we said he hasn't been called up. No,
I was going to be my next kind of point was like Stephen O'Donnell has been fucking atrocious this year, and like Ralston's playing out his skin. Do you know what I mean? It's like
it's a strange one. I think
getting called up to Scotland.
I think that's a strange one because obviously I think it's with Steve Clarke. He's obviously built like a lot of international teams are trying to do now, are trying to build that kind of club atmosphere. So keeping the same group of players, keeping that same group. So maybe Stephen O'Donnell, brings a lot to the table in regards to that.
Fucking he's shite. He's shite, man. As soon as he get that yellow card at the weekend, I sat and said to my brother-in-law and my father-in-law, he's no last in this game. He's off. He's either getting hooked or he's getting sent off. He's rotten. He's fucking rotten.
Clark's own admission. Clark said he'll pick the best people for that position who are playing well and consistently for the club. So I get the boy Patterson for Rangers has been called up as well, but obviously you guys watch Rangers more than me. Boys played 4 games this year or something.
He's not really featured much.
So Tony Ralston's been in the squad. He's played every league game. He's played every Europa League game. He's scored fucking 5 goals. So it's just the Scotland thing's a bit bewildering for me, but it's
if Celtic got a settled back four now there was always chopping it and changing it.
We signed the boy that plays right, but we
Carter
signed the right back.
Jovanovic.
Jovanovic, he's a right back. And that's how good Ralston's been. We're playing him at left back. You know what I mean? And
Greg Taylor's your other option, so I'm no surprised here.
Aye, Starfelt picked up an injury at the weekend there with his hamstring, so we're either going to have Welsh or Beaton for Ferencvaros tomorrow night. You know what I mean? But we're settled back 4 was Ralston, Carter Vickers, Starfelt, and Juranovic at left back.
The game on Saturday, were you at it? Were you watching it?
I was working, mate. No, right. I was working. I was kind of skiving and watching it in the old IPTV shit on the phone and that. You know what I mean? But it was like they done everything apart from score. You know what I mean? My thought process of that was if he with a Gary Hooper striker, we'd have won about fucking 8-0. You know what I mean? We've no got that Gary Hooper striker that can score for 2 yards out and have a shit game and score for 2 yards out kind of thing and win the game kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? So I get Kyogo's scored 11 goals now this season, but Kyogo's all round play is superb, but he misses far too many chances for me. And then
what about the, because there's a lot of folk complaining that Postecoglou, he didn't start him on Saturday. Do you not think he should be playing his best team for games against?
But I think I know it's like 5 days of difference going to Thursday for Europa League, but like Kyogo, he was injured, sure, and then he came back, played 4 games, 5 games on the bounce there, so I think he was maybe due a wee rest.
Did Mikey Johnston play at the weekend?
Mate, he started as well.
Because there's big talk about him, kind of like, I heard a few folk on the radio saying he's not that young anymore. This is a big time for him to start shining and showing that
I think he's 25 now, is he?
He's 25. Like, he's the most injured fucking football player I've ever seen in my life.
Aye.
I mean, he has maybe 3 or 4 good games, picked up a niggly wee injury that can keep him out for 3 months.
It's like Ryan Jack.
Aye, Ryan Jack.
Like that. So it reminds me of Joe Miller back in the 80s, mate. You would have 3 or 4 good games out of him and then you wouldn't see him for 10 games.
Aye.
I mean, I think a lot of the Celtic fans were a bit pissed off with the penalty situation on Saturday as well. Like, Juranovic just scored 2 penalties. He was on the pitch, and then obviously Ange changed the fucking penalty taker to the big Greek boy, and that was bonkers. You know what I mean, that's games that win leagues. If you're being totally honest, that's points that could have won the league this year. But obviously further down the line, and looking back, it could come back and bite us in the arse.
Kev, do you think, putting your hand in the heart, do you think Celtic can win the league this season?
Mate, I really think we can do it. Obviously, the news coming out of kind of the Celtic hordes now is that Rangers only getting any tickets for Parkhead on the 2nd.
That's a shame. It's a real shame.
It pisses me off, mate, because it's the biggest derby in the world, regardless of what anybody says. It's the biggest and the most fiercest derby in the world, and there's nothing. These guys will tell you there's nothing better than going to Ibrox or Parkhead and winning. You know what I mean? It's the best feeling in the world.
See, we were talking about this in the group chat the other day, man. You cop it a lot for like both sides of the. I think we're Rangers fans, but I think we should go back to where it was, and a lot of folk might not agree. But as I say, I was talking about it in the group chat. My memory, a wee boy walking into Ibrox, my first time, 8-year-old, at 10 Old Firm game, and seeing the Celtic fans and being like pure intimidated and like, wow, I can't believe I'm at an Old Firm game, and I can still see it in my eyes now.
See all the comments on Twitter, Grado, it's like that's what you get now. You're getting people going, I've gone into the main stand at Ibrox and looking to my left and seeing it fill up with green and white, and then honestly, like the amount of people I've spoke to, you walk into Parkhead and the first thing you do is stick your gear back at the Rangers fans, then go to your seat, you know what I mean?
Aye.
And it's not happening anymore. It's an absolute disgrace, but I don't know. I don't think I'll ever come back to what it was, if I'm honest with you.
It's a weird one, it is, and I miss it as well. So obviously, like Grado says, growing up, it was part of it, but it's weird because I'm the same view as Grado with it in the group chat, but just thinking the other side of it, that game there where we beat you as 1-0, that's up there with one of the best atmospheres I've ever had at Ibrox.
Well, that's
it gives scope for Celtic and Rangers to earn. They're not going to earn any extra money because they'll still get the 50 quid, whatever it is, £8,050 tickets to Celtic or Rangers, but it gives you that it gives the players that wee boost with an extra 8,000 fans on your side, and that showed, like, if you're being totally honest with yourselves, guys, we should have probably won the game at Ibrox. You know what I mean?
Well.
I don't know, mate. I don't know.
It was good talking to you, Kev, mate.
Again, it's up there with the 20 minutes at New Year game at Ibrox, man. When you played out your skin, man. It's fucking, do you know what I mean? It's the last season, but we'll move on for that, Kev. Know what I mean?
Kev, do you know what? I've been sitting here talking. I'm going, we've not really kind of spoken enough Celtic with Tono being here, but I think Kev's basically done my job for us, hasn't he? He's done well there.
Thank you, Kev.
Ryan messaged me the other day and he's like, you fancy Celtic Daft? Because I've not got to. I says, listen, mate, I'm just about to go into work. I was gutted, man.
Start calling Kevin Toll.
I've got the same hairdo as him, mate, so.
Well, thanks for coming on, Kev.
Taking the reign.
Boys. Nice one, Kev. Kev the chef. Kev the chef.
And our final caller on the open line tonight, he's been on before. Andrew wants to talk about the situation at Falkirk. I don't think I want to talk about it, though.
This is a statement, not a question.
This could be mega interesting, man.
There's been developments. We're recording on a Wednesday night, and there has been massive developments at Falkirk tonight. Breaking news. Andrew, welcome to the open line. You're a Falkirk supporter. What do you want to say?
Well, it was about to make a statement tonight, actually.
Are you going to make a statement? Or are you going to ask a question?
Andrew, was it a statement or a question?
Definitely a statement. No, the question.
What's the report?
I don't know if you heard with the meeting a couple of weeks ago. Now the two board members are leaving and the shareholders. What do you think about that?
Gary Deans and Gordon Coburn have resigned today, and Phil and Carrie O'Rollins, which is a strange one. The American investors have also announced they'll be stepping down from the board at the forthcoming AGM, which I don't know. Well, I don't know which kind of leaves me asking the question: where are they taking their money away from the club? I've got my Falkirk group chat is blowing up tonight with lots of rumours and stuff going on in terms of what's happening, in terms of the patrons coming in to buy the 350,000.
Falkirk have got a patron.
No patron. You know, it's
I heard something behind the scenes today. I heard Lee Miller's barber business is doing really well, man, and he's going to start pouring the dough into Falkirk, man. Sorry, boys. That's shite. That's shite.
Terrible part.
Listen, we're embarrassing ourselves here. Try to be funny, right? Let's just take the floor.
Take the floor is.
It's a mess. It's a complete mess, Andrew. It's a complete and utter mess. The club's in an absolute state at the moment.
It's been like that for a few years, Don, isn't it? It's one thing after the other. It's no good news. It's just bad news after bad news after bad news. Hopefully, Rangers when they're at the banter, you say.
I know. Honestly, we have taken the mantle. We have taken the banter title. We are ruining it.
It's bizarre because I remember when Miller and Cracks was there, and last year, man, when we were doing the podcast, John, you were flying. Remember at the start? Was it the start of last season? You were flying.
It felt like he had like a kind of feel good factor. They were loving it. And remember, he was always like on a Saturday, I'm sitting with the boys, we're all
having a drink through Zoom, watching the game.
Aye. Yep, it was that, and then it's all just went.
I mean, did it go for when Holt came in?
there's
No,
there's.
I don't think so. Before that, it was when all started when we lost Peter Houston. I think it all went downhill from there.
I mean, we've chopped and changed. Paul Hartley killed. I mean, I cannot stand Paul Hartley. Right?
I agree with you there.
Held the club.
John goes red, John, man, when he talks about Paul Hartley.
Honestly, just
I wanted Paul Hartley in at the time. I thought he'd be a great manager for us. But
and then he came in, fucking signed a whole bunch of diddies from fucking down south, and
players in the scene. That's the worst thing about it.
Ridiculous.
What's the answer here then, boys? What's going to happen?
Well, there's talk. There's fans group buying into the club at the moment and getting fans on the board, so that's a kind of start. But where is the money going to come from to get us back? It's a mess, and it's only going to get worse. Queen's Park got a lot of money behind them. Cove got a lot of money behind them.
Kelty
coming up next season. So we need to get into the playoffs or win the league. I mean, I can't believe it. We've been terrible this season. We're only 3 points off the top of the league.
What are you worrying about?
Mental, which is mental. Because we're a full-time club, Stephen.
I know, mate. I know.
And my mate is a Montrose supporter. He said that is the worst full-time club I have seen.
That's not. Is that going to last? Do you think you'll still be a full-time club come the end of the season?
No.
I don't
think no.
Is that the fear? Fear?
That is the big fear.
You cannot sustain what you are doing now as a full-time club if you just keep being in free fall division after division.
Do you know how many players we've used in 3 seasons? Or was it 3.5 seasons?
83, something like that.
96 players. 96 players or something like that. It is ridiculous. Well, that must be a world record. It must be a world record. It's ridiculous.
To tell you, it's like the managers of the board, I think it's always from the board, this treating the fans. I was stunned how they spoke with the other statement and all that.
Was you at the meeting, mate? Was you at the meeting?
No, I was working, so I couldn't get there.
Yeah.
See, I drive trucks relevant, so it's difficult.
You've been mobbed now.
You could have used that truck like you used to do with John. Remember when you ran John Lambie off the road? Andrew, you could have taken the truck and ran Gary Deans and that off the... I don't promote that, by the way. Sorry, I don't.
John, calm down, man.
Sorry.
Take it easy, man.
Anyway,
it's just a game, mate.
The Coburn and Deans need to step away after that embarrassment, which made us trend across the world. People fucking... Bonnie Rig Rose are ripping the piss out of us, for fuck's sake. You know what I mean? That's where you know it's getting bad. But Andrew, yes, I share your anger, and fingers crossed we can turn the corner.
I've got one question before it go. What do you think of this new Scotland call-up? I know you didn't talk about Scotland much, but from Stoke City, young boy.
Oh, Jacob Brown. I've talked about him. We don't know who the fuck he is, but apparently,
all right, fair enough.
He looks like a player, according to the reports we're reading.
But YouTube.
Here's a question for the both of you, man. Right, we're talking earlier on about Dunfermline letting go of Peter Grant and all that. Talk about who should take the reins there. You're still a full-time club. If there's new people coming in, who would you want as the manager?
That's a good one.
Right now.
Peter Grant. Or John Hughes,
Go back for Yogi. Do you know what?
I think he will stabilise us.
What about Tomo, Andrew? Kevin Thompson?
Do you know who I heard? Do you know what I'm going to put a shout in for? And this is Kenny Miller.
Oh, there you go.
My.
But do you know what? I don't know if we can. I think we probably need someone. Do you know what? If I could have anyone, Dick Campbell. Fucking Dick Campbell knows how to get.
Hey, I'll give you one. Jim Jeffries.
He's not keeping.
I'm sorry, I spoke. Fuck's sake, right, cool.
Andrew, thanks for coming.
I thought you were
on.
going to go out of here. Shout.
Cheers, Andrew.
Cheers, guys. Take care.
All the best, Andrew, mate.
That's it for this week's open line. Thanks very much to all our callers. If you want to get on next week, check out our socials. We'll get you on.
Football Daft's Big Question.
So last week, boys, don't know if you remember, but Ian sent us in a picture of a lad in a Rangers top who was caught in a picture with, Stephen, you obviously know this, Eric Bischoff, former WCW owner.
Aye. Honestly, man, see what that guy done for wrestling, man. It's phenomenal. honestly.
Unbelievable. The stuff, the NWO, bringing that idea from Japan and,
Aye, and it's the way, like,
weeks when they were on top of Raw,
Aye, and it's the way, see, the way the Germans ripped it up and started from scratch with football. That's what this guy done for wrestling, and I'll never forget him, man. Honestly.
That was it. Anyway,
honestly.
Rangers lad, picture next to Eric Bischoff. So we thought we'd throw it out there. What's the strangest place you've seen a Scottish football top? Grado, you love the Kevin and Perry bit, don't you? The Rangers top and Kevin Perry go
I saw that pop up on Twitter as well. Somebody said they remember it as well. Aye. Yeah.
Stephen, have you got one?
Do you know something? I've not, John. I've not got one. Like I said, like it was kind of, nah. I've not. I'm trying. I always remember when I was a wee guy watching a Mike Tyson fight, and there was a guy in the crowd with a Rangers top on. That's about it. But
you remember things like that?
That was when he was fighting at Hampden, though, was it? No.
Oh no! It was at one of the.
That'd have been an obvious one.
Your obvious joke if told us you that'd be funny seeing Rangers tops at Hampden. He'd have well said that, man. He'd have been right in there. No, I've not really. No, it's kind of daft things like Grado says there. You always, when I was a wee guy, some fucking random obscure fight. I remember seeing a Rangers tap in the crowd, but that was like fucking 90s, obviously, like years and years ago. But nah, that's about it, man.
Well, we've had inundated from the listeners on this one. Greg, did you want to kick us off?
Aye, Fraser kicks us off. He once saw one of the guys that sells watches and sunglasses in Tenerife wearing a Greenock Morton away top.
That is so weird, mate. That's like that's like that one you said. You said to the guy that reminds me of Michael Moles. I bet you something up there like that reminds me of Brian Reid.
Marco Rajamaki, that reminds me.
Jordan Clark says Leaf Rovers top on Beatles about in the 90s.
That's funny, man. How do you say that, man?
That's class.
What was Beatles about again? That was the man where he kind of turned up, didn't he, with the microphone?
Our man from the council. He was always our man from the. Here comes our man from the council. And Jeremy Beadle would be in the big beard, and he'd take it off and go, Beadle, you've got me again.
It's funny how folks still use that. Right? I remember, was it a video I saw, or was it in real life? And I remember somebody going, "You're fucking joking me." I'm like, is this Beatles about?
Even to this day, still people are saying,
going, I'm expecting Jeremy Beadle to pop out.
He won't be popping out anywhere soon, by the way, I'll tell you that much.
It's like my father-in-law or something was trying to build something in the kitchen all day, and he's like, this is like a fucking Krypton factor, by the way.
I love that shit.
Right, Grant McIver, he said the 05-07 Celtic top in the Simpsons and K-pop group. Stray kids with retro Celtic tops on in music video.
It seems to pop up a lot, these K-pop videos.
Aye.
Stephen says Ramsey's Kitchen Nightmares had a random guy in California wearing a Rangers jersey to try and press him, and it didn't work. I don't know if that's true, man. I'm not buying that. I just saw that.
We just saw that.
Stephen, you've made that up, mate. I'm not.
I'm not buying that for Stephen. Miles has been in touch. He says Rangers 1972 top in the Rhys Evans film Twin Town. I fucking remember that.
That's a great film.
It's a good film. I remember that. That's a good shout, by the way, for Miles.
Steve says he went to Masai Mara in Kenya on holiday.
Kenya.
You can pronounce it Kenya.
Kenya.
Drove into the camp and the security guard was wearing the Rangers top.
I don't know what's been mental about that. The top being in there, or you can pronounce it Kenya or not. I don't know that.
Sure, John, you can say Kenya.
I've never heard it pronounced Kenya, but I'll go with you.
I'll go. Do you know what? Grado's a well-travelled human being.
Well-travelled.
Aye. So I'm going to go with that. Right? He's Google. I thought you were going to Google. I thought it was your phone again. Right. Greg Duncan, front row at Reading Festival this year on the TV for Sam Fender.
Well, that's a guy you like.
Aye, but what did he see?
What did he see? He's not put in.
Did he just see some kind? Obviously, there's people in the front row.
Yeah, front row were Rangers. Oh, it was Rangers tops. Sorry,
Fuck's sake, Greg.
Right, David Hoy says that guy who was always at the snooker with the Dundee United shirt on. I don't remember this.
David Hoy see a random Arab strap at the snooker.
I don't remember that.
I feel remember that. It's sugar that sticks in your head, man.
That's funny, man.
And you're watching the snooker with your granda and he says it about 10 times. There's a guy with Dundee United tap on. I know.
That's cool, isn't it?
Stevie Hunter says, seen a Hearts bag, one bargain hunt.
That's funny, man.
Oh, I'll give you £5 for it.
Graham says a KFC advert circa 2014. Dunfermline and Stirling Albion shirts.
Graham sent a picture of this in as well. It was a
No.
KFC advert, and I swear to God, it was a Dunfermline and a Stirling Albion club. And they look like snidey ones and all.
How does that even happen, man? Gladanoid says Tom Green interrupting a kids' match while wearing a Motherwell top on MTV in the 90s.
A Motherwell top?
This got sent. Gladanoid, thank you very much for the video. He sent in a video of this as well. Unbelievable.
Right. Chris Murray says TNA were always bad for it, and there was a boy stood next to Sting when he hit Rob Van Dam with a chair with a Celtic top. As I say, there was always Rangers and Celtic tops in TNA because it was our holiday makers.
And Ian rounds it all off with a joke. He says, I said Johnston fan in McDonald's Grangemouth a few weeks back. I didn't know they actually existed. Oh, Ian, you rascal.
Oh, you cheeky wee monkey.
Grado.
Yeah, mate.
It's nearly Christmas.
Oh, you tell me about it, son.
Right, Christmas. People like to eat. They like to drink. They like to drink beer. Right, this Christmas, you can get a free case of craft beer from Beer 52. Right now, listeners get 2 extra free beers, so that's 10 free beers. Right, so go to www.beer52.com/daft and cover just the postage costs of £5.95. Beer 52 is the world's largest beer club. Each month, members are sent a case with a different theme, usually from a different part of the world. It comes with a magazine plus snacks. If you don't like dark beer, choose the light option, and you can pause or cancel anytime. So go to www.beer52.com/daft and pay just £5.95 for the postage to get all this now. And remember, this month you can get 2 extra free beers.
And the beers are really good as well. I got a case through. And
You want to hear a funny story about the last case I got through?
What's the funny story?
I forgot to give you my new address, and they went to my neighbour and they tanned 2 of them.
Is your neighbour tanned them?
He tanned. I think you leave like a wee gift for like your people that buy your house. No, I think they thought we left them the case of beer 52.
We should get the neighbour on to review the beer then. Hi, this is good.
Nobody was in the house, so they left them just sitting at the blue bin. And I think the neighbour thought we'd left them a case of beer and they tanned about 2 or 3 of them. I was like, mate, just keep them, it's all right.
Brilliant. I hope you enjoyed that. Beer52.com/daft if you want to get more. It is once again time to play the player profile playoff with piesports.com. You can get pies from their website. Get them in for the games of all your favourite steak and gravy, scotch, macaroni, chicken and chorizo, curry. You get them in all varieties of formations for your choosing. You can get them at the website piesports.com or give them a call 0141 739 9999. They will deliver free of charge to several postcodes across Scotland. If you order before the weekend, they'll try and get them to you Friday or Saturday so you can enjoy them with the football. On to play for the pies today, it is Rangers supporter Martin. How you doing, Martin?
Aye, not bad yourselves.
Not bad, Martin. Thanks for coming on, my man.
No worries.
How are you feeling about Rangers at the moment, Martin?
A lot better after Sunday. I think that's the majority of the consensus.
Aye,
Yep.
without a doubt. We
Aye.
needed something like that, didn't we?
Aye.
It's one of the ones we need to build on it, but we can't just, not. I mean, Ross County, man, that's got to be why the games after Europe. You fucking need to get a couple of goals, get the game done before half time, and fucking.
It was squished that. I mean, that's the best game you could have after coming back to Europe.
True.
Isn't it? Anyway, so yeah, we're playing for the pies, Martin. You probably know how the game works. I'm going to read out a player description. You've got to buzz in. First to 2 wins. If you do buzz in, get it wrong though, the play continues with the other player. We're keeping on the theme. We've had Danish players for Argentinian players. This week I thought we'd go for Australians that play in Scotland.
I can't hear you got to say.
In Odes to Big Ange. So Australians that have played in Scotland. Right, we'll flip a coin and see who's playing It's heads, it's Grado. Tails, it's Stephen. And heads, it is Grado. Or did you want to play, Stephen?
That's fine, mate. It's all right. I played last week. I'm in a good wee roll now. I'll let Grado take a wee shot.
Right,
I feel as if I've not done it in weeks and weeks and weeks.
Well, here we go then. Your chance to win today, Grado. Martin, what is your buzzer going to be?
I think after the hat-trick, need to go Zambia for fashion.
Fashion junior say.
It's a decent. I've heard that. I saw the clip that you sent, Grado, of that. It's a decent song. Is that the Shakira song from the World Cup?
Aye.
Right. That's a one that you've pulled out the bag there for that one. Right. So, what's your buzzer going to be, Grado?
G'day, mate.
I like that Australian theme. That is
I
very.
was need to go and come from a land down under. Know what I mean?
Right.
I think that'd be too long to do something.
Aye, would be, man. Would be.
Good day, mate. It's a good one. Right. Okay, boys. First player out. Here we go. This player has played for 4 Scottish clubs. He started at Celtic before loan spells at Kilmarnock and Ross County before making the move to County Permanent. While there, he won the League Cup before time down south with Burton Albion and Hull.
Zambia.
Can you hear me, mate?
Martin.
Jackson Irvine.
Jackson Irvine is correct. 1-0. Next player up. Here we go. This striker stroke attacking midfielder ended up in Scotland in 2003 after joining Kilmarnock from Swindon, and he played under Jim Jeffries. He spent 8 years at Rugby Park, making over 200 appearances before finishing his time in Scotland in 2012 with St Johnstone.
Fuck.
These are quite tough ones, John.
That's hard, man. Oh, I know. Can I, mate?
Grado.
Danny Invincible.
Danny Invincible. Well played.
Well played, Grad. That's a good one.
No, it can't be. I feel as if I've heard his name come up recently on it.
No, there you go.
We're a knife edge now.
This is the decider, boys. First one in for the pies. Here we go. This player could play as a striker and a midfielder and spent 8 years in Scotland with Queen of the South, Livingston and Hibs. He won the First Division Championships with the Highways and the League Cup with Livingston before going into punditry with Setanta and Sky Sport.
Zambia.
Oh, fuck.
Zambia. Mark. Stuart Lovell's the right answer. 2-1, mate. 2-1.
You did go that one, Grads.
Nah, I wouldn't have got that.
Would you not got Stuart Lovell? No.
He wasn't Australian.
I was.
Was he?
Aye.
I thought he was Scottish.
Well, you wouldn't have got that one then, Grado. You're right. Well done, Martin. 2-1 to you. Pies are
well played, Martin.
Well done, Martin.
Well played.
Right, cheers, guys.
You know your pies. I hate getting beat.
Sitting there like that.
That's him in a mood.
Well played, Martin. Enjoy your
Well done, Martin. Jesus.
You might have done Tony Vidmar or Kevin Muscat.
That's too easy, though. Right, anyway, thanks for coming on, Martin. Remember, if you want to get pies, Grado's going to have to go and get his own pies now. Head to piesports.com.
This holiday season, I'm giving thanks to our friends at Manscaped, the Airtel Max Standard family that have the Performance Package 4.0 from the global leaders in below-the-waist grooming. No to mention it includes their Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer to tame my bush and score brownie points with the in-laws. Gift yourself Manscaped for the man in your life who bloody well needs it. Join the 2 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with 20% off, free shipping with the code DAFT by going to the website, which is manscaped.com. We all use manscaped.com here at Football Daft. It comes in very, very handy. Think your holiday spread is good? Well, it's time to give thanks to the Manscaped Performance Package 4.0, as I like to call it, the perfect package for your package. Inside, you'll find the Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, the Weed Whacker ear, the nose hair trimmer, the Crop Preserver ball deodorant, the Crop Reviver toner, performance boxer briefs, a travel bag to hold your goodies. Think of it as a cornucopia for your balls. The Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, well, it provides a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents. This is due to their advanced skin-safe technology, and it gives you the ability to turn the LED spotlight on and off when needed for a more precise shave. Plus, this is a biggie, it's waterproof. The performance package, it includes a weed whacker to chop your worst weeds up top in your nose and ears, The nose and ear hair trimmer, well, this uses a 9,000 RPM motor-powered 360-degree rotary dual blade system to provide proprietary skin-safe technology, which helps prevent nicks, snags and tugs in those delicate old holes. And you can't forget about the liquid formations. They're like pumpkin pie and ice cream after Thanksgiving dinner. Can't live without it. The crop preserver ball deodorant and the crop reviver toner spray. Your boys will be living in turkey heaven with these formulations. For the gifters out there, seal the deal with 2 free gifts in their performance package and get yourself in about the Manscaped Boxers in the Shed travel bag. Gifting Manscaped is the ultimate hack to become the family favourite. Manscaped, well, they've been busy and they've just launched their refined body wash 2-in-1 shampoo plus conditioner. Both feature the Manscaped signature scent, and it will help you unlock your confidence this year. Your boys and your body will be oh so fresh and oh so clean when you start off your self-care routine with the ultimate body wash shampoo and conditioner. So get 20% off and free shipping with the code DAFT at manscaped.com. That's 20% off, free shipping with the code DAFT. Be thankful this Christmas holiday season for the best gift of all from Manscaped. Your balls will thank you. It's now time for Grado's 3 riddles on Football Daft. Welcome to another edition of Grado's 3 riddles on Football Daft. It's great to see everybody back in town for this evening's festivities. The leaderboard currently still stands as John.
Yes. Chris is on 16, I'm on 14, Stephen's on 7, Ryan's on 1, Jack's on 1 as well. But we do have a new addition to the leaderboard because we threw it out to the listener last week. The following riddle, which was lifting a cart at County. Remember that one?
Jack Ross.
Well, I was going to give it the big build up there, Stephen. You just waited. Congratulations to Scott George, Glasgow Lockdown, Declan Rampage, Ryan Dunbar, Scott, Gordon Allen, who all got it right. But first through with Jack Ross was Ian Meikle, so he goes on to the leaderboard as well, Grado.
First riddle. Stealing a cold season.
Robbie Winters.
Oh, fuck off. I was just about to say that.
Right, okay, fair dues.
Good
You
one,
get
John.
you get this one quick or not. I don't know if I've actually done this before. I feel as if I might have. I'll come back to it, right? Second riddle of the night. This guy loves doing his back door with a pointy thing.
Right.
This guy loves doing his back door with a pointy thing, doing his back door up. This guy loves doing his back door with a pointy thing.
Dirty bastard.
What?
Doing his back door with a pointy thing.
No, I'm not talking-
Manuel, is it Manuel someone?
No.
No.
Doing his back door.
Doing his back door.
God, that does sound really quite sexual, but I never meant it in any way possible. I'm thinking about back door as in your back door.
You should call your back door in Scotland. Your arse.
Patio.
Patio?
Patio door.
No.
No, back door.
Back door. Back door.
Close, no. It wouldn't be a close, no.
Yeah, it's very...
What's it called, a back door in Scotland?
Back door.
Your back, as in like, you're literally your back door or your ass.
Look at your back door. What's your back door? What's your
Your
back door?
arse.
No, your arse. Nothing to do with arses.
This guy. So Manny.
Nothing to, no, don't look into guy, mate. Don't look into guy.
All right, okay.
Just that I'm saying like this guy, this person, this football Scottish personality, you know.
Right, okay. Back door.
Loves doing his back door with a pointy thing.
Pointy thing.
I couldn't have anything else to call it if part of it being pointy.
A stick.
No. Try and get your back door first.
Back door.
Hold on, right, hold on.
Back door.
You'll hit yourselves when you you know what I mean. It's a
back door. What do you?
See if you can't get it. I'm going to put this one to the listeners because this might be a good one. Don't Google, John.
No,
isn't Googling.
Oh, John, come on. That's fucking cheating, man. John.
I wasn't Googling.
Oh, your fucking face was lighting up there with fucking... You're sitting there typing away.
Do you think that's going to pop up in Google when you type, this man is back door with a pointy thing? Google that and see what answer comes back.
You're Googling Scottish slang for back door or something.
It's easy, man. It's not even what we say in Scotland. Everybody in the world calls it this.
Right, shummin it. Right,
back door. Exit. No.
What's out your back? Right, we'll put this one out to listeners because you're not going to get it.
Joey Gardner.
No, but it's you're kind of close a wee bit, John.
Oh. Gardner. This guy. Pinters. Is it Gardner Spears?
Aye!
Yes! Yes!
That's fucking shite.
Brilliant.
Cash. I usually like your free riddles, man.
Right,
I'm taking no part in this segment of the show.
That's an old school name. That's a tough one, Grado.
Well, he was Ricky's manager for years, that's how I remember.
Yeah, Gardner Spears. That's a belter, Grado. Well played.
Right.
Grado, it's no, man.
But, man, I believe, I'm fearing in case I've done this one before, right?
What? Who the fuck
just said that with the last one?
Right, okay, right. Teenage Mutant Hero Jobby.
Raphael Shite.
Well done. Have I done that before?
Aye.
And then I've only got... Right.
What's this? We've got 4 riddles.
Right. This one, right. I'm going to give you a song as well, right? No, because it's not good enough to be a full one, but see if you can try and get it, right? The passing of a bottom male child. This one's really brutal.
Passing of a pump boy. Pump. The
passing, no, I'll say it better. The passing of a star of bottom.
What?
The passing of a star of bottom.
Oh, Rick Death. The passing of Adrian.
No. You were close with that first one.
Rick.
So what is he? What is Rick? What is Rick Mario then? What is he?
Rick Mail.
Aye, so what is he?
He's dead.
Right. Right. Try and match it all up.
Right, hold on. Right.
You'll get it, Bob, maybe.
Dead.
Right, he's dead.
Is it Ricky Foster?
No, is it fuck?
No. Right.
You're close, Bob. Dead.
Foster funeral, I thought.
Right, say it again.
The passing of a star of bottom and then male child, but there's another wee bit in. See, this is where it kind of gets fucking too late at night, man. I've so fast this.
10 o'clock at night. Me and Grado will be up since 4:30 in the morning. Stephen's been up since 6 o'clock. We're not getting this one, Grado.
Dead. Like, go, just tell us.
Dedrick Boyata.
That's amazing. That's good. That's brilliant. That's fantastic. This worked. You know what? The last couple of weeks, this worked well. We're going to throw out a riddle for the punter. So this is for you guys to get in and get yourself on the leaderboard for next week. Here's your riddle. This American list is getting out of here. It is that time of the show where we welcome the Eldorado Swanky Moment of the Week. Remember, ask for LD. We've all drank LD. Ask for it at any swanky bar because it's easy to drink, short, fruity, and finish with that trace of caffeine, which we all love. It's available at your local convenience store right now, and you can follow them on Facebook and Instagram at Eldorado Tonic Wine, or check them out at eldoradotonicwine.com. So we like to celebrate the swanky taste of Eldorado every week on Football Daft by picking out some swanky moments from Scottish football and beyond. And we get you to vote on it on our Twitter at Football Daft Pod. The results from last week are in, gentlemen.
Was that a tight one?
It was a very tight one. Very tight one. Not so tight for Grado, who was in last place, however.
Oh, what was mine again?
12%. Tate takes a tumble. That was after Richard Tate basically took a front bump as we call it in the wrestling business.
Richard Tate takes a tumble.
Took a front. Describe to the listeners what a front bump is, Grado.
Well, it's basically how to when you're taking a move in the ring and you're landing in your front. I mean, I don't know what else you want to know. I don't like you too much away, mate. I'm not fucking Paul Daniels. Is a wee trick.
Can I just interject and say, like what was his name? I can't remember his name. Don't just go trying front tumbles at home.
No, I don't.
Grado is a trained athlete.
I mean, I've ruptured my disc, which fragmented into my spinal column.
John, that's not funny, man.
It's funny to me and Grado. So Richard takes...
As long as you got the pop, though, bro.
Oh, there he is. There he is. His wrestling partner. Richard takes tumble across the advertising hoardings was in 12%. That was your choice, Grado. Next up, it was mine. I had after the Falkirk. That is a statement, not a question pattern. My brother went away and made a T-shirt which had that in the back of it and had boo because apparently the fans are scared of getting booed. So that was in second last place with 25%.
I'm surprised at that.
So it was very tight here, Stephen. You had picked out Defoe takes a day off after he popped up on Super Sunday. Well, Rangers were playing
Sunday now.
I know.
He's fucking there all the time now. He doesn't give a fuck now, does he? He's still caring. So that was between that and Daz's choice of Somerset's a shithole, which Kelly keeper Zach Hemming labelled it when he changed his location on Instagram.
That's got to win.
By 1%, it was Daz that won it, mate. 1%.
Who won it?
Daz.
It's a shithole. Remember the guy?
Oh, brilliant. Aye.
I think that's pure shithousery at its best, man.
So there you go. Well done, Daz, putting that one forward for the listeners. Right. Swanky moment of the week this week. Who wants to go first? Grado.
I'll just get mine out the road because it will not get voted anywhere near. I'll be in last place again, but I was so delighted with myself when I was watching was it Arsenal and Leicester? I was watching.
Aye, mate, you're hitting it with Pat on the group chat, man. Like you sitting watching football. Was that?
Oh man.
Was that before you ended up having a nice wee fucking crack afternoon in the kitchen with a wireless making tablet?
We've talked about that. Grado's turned into a pensioner as he makes tablet on a Saturday afternoon.
Listen to the wireless.
Steph, watch the football just to prove to Stephanie he's a lad and all that, and watch the game. I'm going to go and listen to the wireless and make a bit of tablet now, pal.
And even with that save, I probably did turn around and go, I'm going to use that for my swanky moment of the week, man. What's that goalie's name, man? We basically just say things that are good. I think that deserves a nomination. So can't remember the cunt's name.
Aaron Ramsdale.
Aaron Ramsdale.
An unbelievable save. I don't think you'll get a better save this season.
So there you have it.
There you go. So Aaron Ramsdale save. Stephen, what are you going for?
Hey, Fashion Junior. Hey, Fashion Junior.
The boy has come over here. He's took his time to sell. He's had his critics, including myself.
Yes, we'll get to that. You've been getting slagged off for that, aye.
I'm not saying he's an absolute hero now. He's still that trick. He's still got a lot to do in the Rangers top. But my swanky moment of the week is Fashion gets a treble.
Fashion gets a treble. That's brilliant.
Well, I thought you were going to nominate the song that they're singing about him. No, you're not.
You did that, John. You did that.
I'm not nominating that.
Yeah.
No.
Did you see him at the Zimbabwe president?
Aye.
Did you see that?
Did you
watch
see?
all?
Was it the Zimbabwe delegation or one of the delegations from Africa was wheeling out a Costco with a K?
I saw that, man. Full with boots. What I wanted to know is how did they get a Costco killed?
That's a very good question.
You know what I mean?
That's for them for about 10 years.
Yeah, I've still not got one.
Maybe does it the old like Lethal Weapon 2 when you're over diplomatic immunity? Does that work in Costco? I don't know if it does or not.
But see, do you know? I was a wee bit intimidated, like when Fashion see that president, and he was just kind of going, I'm very proud of you, but you've got to stick in. That's what he was doing. He was kind of going, but you keep hard work every day. And wee Fashion man, he's so cute. He was just kind of going, oh yeah, thank you. And then he was giving it, but then I wanted him to explain a wee bit more, because the Zimbabwe president was like, I used to stay in Birmingham and I used to watch the Rangers. We used to like the Rangers. And Fashion just went, aye man, cool. I was like, no, ask him about it.
Right, so Fashion Sakala's hat trick is your swanky moment, Stephen. I am going to go for a COP26 based one, and I am going to put a shout out to St Mirren because they trolled the internet on Friday when they had a supposed picture of Joe Biden outside St Mirren Park. Did you see that?
No.
It's been taken down from their Twitter since, so I don't know why it was taken down, but like Jamie Langfield put it up as well, saying that's why my phone was taken away from me on Friday and all this part. But it genuinely looked like Joe Biden. I for a minute there, I was like, is that Joe Biden at Love Street?
What? Like?
I saw that. It looked real.
No, that was when was that?
That was Friday night. Right. So
no, that's a good
I was like, oh no, he's at the bloody G20, so he can't be there.
What you going to call it? But you need to
Biden is a buddy.
Biden is a buddy. Aye.
Brilliant.
There we go. So that's our team.
Sakala grabs a treble. Fashion grabs a treble. What's yours, Grado?
What do we see?
Mine's just Sakala scores a treble.
What's that goalkeeper called again?
Ramsdale. You ever think about it, Grado? I'll give you the listeners' nomination. So there was a lot of nominations this week for Craig Levein calling Michael Stewart a bell end on BBC Radio Scotland, which was one of the best bits of audio I've heard.
I think we should just give that the win now.
But it's not going to be that. I'm going to put forward Grant Reid, because there was a lot of people had done that. I thought, Grant Reid, have you seen the guy who dressed up as Paul Scholes for Halloween? Who basically
with the toes.
Who got
with the toes.
Yes.
Grant Reid is a good friend of mine. He works at River City.
Oh, does he?
He loves this show. He's a script editor at River City.
That's funny, man.
And that's a belter. The guy is it a Scholes mask? He's got the fucking toes.
Oh. Yeah. I bet he could come up with some right edgy funny stuff for Boston, man. Tell him I said that.
So yeah, if you're listening,
man, Grado would like back in, Grant.
There you go. But he's going to be putting our listener moment of the week forward. So we're going for the guy who dressed up as Paul Scholes at Halloween, complete with wee plastic foot to bite the toenails off. We're putting that forward from the listeners. Grado, have you got a headline for
Ramsdale's 5-fingered finale?
Right, okay. I don't know if I've only got 25 characters on Twitter.
Right. Ramsey's 5-fingered save.
Right, brilliant. There we go. So this week's nomination for the swanky moment of the week are Stephen.
Sakala scores a treble.
Grado.
Ramsdale's 5-fingered save.
Mine's just Biden is a buddy.
You're too good. Yours sounds so good, man.
Or Grant, Paul Scholes at Halloween. We need to think of a better one to put up on Twitter for Grant.
Right, his could be
Scholes scare on Halloween. I don't know. Anyway, Grant's is up there as well.
Scholes the scary toe sucker.
There we go. We'll stick that up then. Get voting this week on your swanky moment of the week with Eldorado Tonic Wine, because remember, Scotland's own is now Football Daft. Remember, you can get more content from Football Daft on Patreon. All you have to do is sign up patreon.com/Football Daft. Up there, you get the video version of this show. You can see Stephen moving from room to room. You can see Nicole, of course, on it as well. Patreon.com/Football Daft. You also get the video version of Rangers and Celtic Daft. Chance to be a pundit on that. Cameos from the boys. Chance, once we're back in the studio, the chance to come in the studio, watch us record the show and all that as well. So get on board now, patreon.com/Football Daft. We have teammates up there as well, all the teammates from all our guests. And talking of that, it's a man who doesn't give a fuck. He's called Michael Stewart a bell end. It's Craig Levein on this week's teammates.
Worst dressed.
Worst dressed? It might be me.
Oh, mate, you look dapper the day, mate. That was your best year on, you said.
Oh.
Worst dressed. Try to think. This is where you're going to struggle with me. My memory's terrible. I think nowadays most of the players are terribly dressed. You know, they used to wear tracksuits all the time, didn't they?
Aye.
I remember when we used to wear shell suits years ago. Remember them?
Aye, the shell suits, I love them, man.
Aye. He's made a career out of shell suits, the big up there. Shell suit Bob.
Moaniest.
Oh, there's loads of them. John Colquhoun, very good friend of mine, but couldn't do a warm-up without moaning.
Aye.
Couldn't play a game without moaning.
What a player, but
He was a good player, man.
Brilliant player, brilliant guy. But what a greeting face, Steve bastard.
Who do you want to back you up in a fight?
There's been quite a few. I've played with quite a few tough lads over the years. Who do I want to back me up? Big Roddy McDonald, maybe. He used to look after me when I first came into the Hearts team. Him and Sandy Jardine. And Roddy was the kind of enforcer, you know. So I think he went on to be a policeman, I think, if I remember correctly. But he'd be a good one to help you in a tough situation.
Big Roddy.
Best looking?
It's very difficult, eh? Very difficult.
It's weird because I can't imagine Craig Levein ever going, that guy's handsome, man.
Most of the players that I signed weren't handsome. I know, I'll pass on that one as well.
Anyways.
Teacher's pet?
I think there's a few boys got accused of that at different teacher's pet, but I tend to like most of the players that played for me. Some I didn't. The low maintenance ones were high output, the ones I really liked.
Aye.
And maybe John Suter or Peter Haring in this most recent Hearts team would be the two that would be accused a little bit of being teachers' pets.
Aye.
Most skillful?
I had a guy at Hearts first time round as a manager called Jean-Louis Valois, who was a complete fruitcake, but he was unbelievably skillful. I don't know where he is now. He's probably sitting holed up in France somewhere drinking a bottle of tequila or something like that.
That well-known French drink, tequila.
Worst trainer?
I'm going to have to say Tony Watt. I think when he played under Robbie, oh, it's dreadful.
He likes his computer games, didn't he?
Aye, he likes his PlayStation, I think.
Aye, I really liked him. You know, I thought he was a lovely guy, but I think the spark plugs were only working in the morning. Honestly,
a morning guy.
Plus, he's been up all night playing Call of Duty.
Who never gets the round in?
Big Elvis, I think, was a bit like that.
Really?
Aye. Christophe Berra, seemingly.
Aye.
I think Christophe's a wee bit tight. I'll have a think back and maybe add a couple more in at the end.
You don't need to fire everybody under the bus, man.
Biggest bam-up merchant?
We Kenny Black, maybe. We Blackie was always up to something. He was one of those who would hide fish in your car somewhere, and honestly, terrible.
Aye.
Terrible. But he was a funny guy.
Top shagger?
That's a Mace pass question in it as well.
Aye, everybody passes it up.
I need to be careful. I'm just trying to think of who's got divorced and I can name them.
Best you've played with?
Best I've ever played with. That's a hard question. I mean, I played with lots of really good players in the national team, obviously. I think John Robertson will need to get a mention. I mean, without doubt the best goal scorer I've ever played with. And I maybe Coisty would complain about that, but because I've played with him. But I think if Robbo had played in a top team, he'd have scored even more goals than he did. So
Definitely. There was always talk of him signing for Celtic every year. I remember it. There was always talk of him signing, but I think he would have been our Ali McCoist if we had have signed him.
And in training sometimes he was just unbelievable. You know, he could score from anywhere, both feet. And although he's a small guy, he scored a lot of headers as well. So, I mean, he was just an unbelievably good goal scorer. You could see that every day in training. So he's probably not the most skillful I've played with, but he was probably the most effective. And guys like John Cahoon were immensely skillful as well. I probably think he didn't, get as far as I thought he would in his career. He played for a lot of good teams, but I think he had more skill than what people thought. And who played against?
Who you managed?
Who I managed? I mean, John Souttar's had a terrible run of bad fortune with his Achilles injuries. That's like 3 now. But without those injuries, I'm absolutely certain he'd be a regular. I think he's got the quality to play in the Premier League in England and in the national team. He's played a few games for Scotland, but I just think he's been terribly unlucky with injury.
Definitely.
So that's it for Football Daft for this week. Thank you very much for listening. We promise we're going to get Football Daft meets back. It's probably going to be the new year. Let's be honest with ourselves now.
I would just like to say, look, it's coming up to a very, very busy time of the year for me and Grado. It's going to be tough getting guests on. We might not be in the studio as much, but come the new year, I'm thinking new year, new Football Daft meets, new segments on the show, and
everything rehauled.
Aye. And I'm going to put it out at the listeners now. Would they like a Football Daft live show?
Aye.
It's what the people want.
We're planning to run the hydro. the Seamill hydro. So let us know.
Let us know.
Yeah, so get on board. Let us know on our socials. Would you like to come to a Football Daft live show? So that's it for this week's show. Thanks very much for listening. Remember, Rangers Celtic Daft out on Tuesday. You can catch up with, if you're an Old Firm supporter, catch up with all the latest from the clubs on that. Please review, subscribe on Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. A couple of tasty games this weekend, boys. You guys have got Ross County. That should be a scush, shouldn't it?
It should be.
You never know, mate. You never know. These games could trod on.
I tell you what, the game that's sticking out on the card in the Premiership this weekend, Hearts Dundee United.
There'll be goals in that, man. That'll be
Tynecastle, that's going to be a belter of a game. Aberdeen Motherwell should be a belter as well. Lower down, Kilmarnock Partick Thistle. Kilmarnock scushing the division at the moment. They should be all right. Montrose Cove, Montrose flying, and then
who's Falkirk got? They're at home to Barry Ferguson's Alloa.
That's who we're playing, I remember that. So, yeah, Falkirk playing Alloa, so we'll see how we get on there. And in League 2, Cowdenbeath versus Kelty. Maurice Ross's first game against Kevin Thompson.
There's going to be a Barney on the touchline, isn't there?
No, they must be mates from going back, are they?
Moros was well before Tomo's time at Rangers.
Oh, was he? I thought they crossed slightly. No, right, okay. So there we go. That's the games to look forward to this weekend. Thanks again for listening. Any parting what? Grado, we might not have you here next week. You might be a dad.
I'll let you know.
Did you think of
Grado, mind and let us know, man.
Aye, please let us know.
No, man.
Right, I'm going. The baby girl.
Right.
It's going to be £7.5. And she's going to be called Sophia.
I think she might be bigger than that, but
I'm going £8 too, and I think the names will either be Ali or Sasha.
Is that a wrestling thing?
Sasha, no, or Ali.
No, Ali
Coist or Sasha. You're fucking
guys, man, I pure thought he's hitting it with some banter.
Right, that's 10 o'clock at night. Steven's head. Right.
Boys, it's been a pleasure. Grado, hopefully see you next week. John, remember you're playing a lot at 3 o'clock on Saturday.
Brilliant.